this is all I said. It never was about money with me, even though it came off like that. It was all about really. I felt when I didn't give the message about the phone number change and all of that, but it was hurting me when people like Marvin Kinsey, Jeannie Deal, and all of them were being able to attack me, and I have no say so. That's when I was starting to respond and react.
But
Females, femalish. I'll be honest. Everybody has. I got it in my emotions, and I'll tell you, the walls talk to you. And looking back on things, I was spontaneous, and I said things that I shouldn't have. And I
but
got to
you
be man enough to admit that. Let me say this: I always said about y'all, no matter what, James, my brother. I always said that, even when I was talking shit, I would say, James, my brother, and Norm has always been good to us, and he's the creator of this shit. And so I got to give y'all that.
Gangster Chronicles players, this is not your average show.
we in the house, we got Reggie Wright in the house. Reg, what's happening, bro?
Oh, what up? What up, y'all? Just got through doing a little bit of therapy, trying to get back strong.
Yeah, and got the homie Big James up there. Big James rolling, cruising, creeping and rolling.
What it
Hey,
do?
you better take that cancer stick out of your mouth, boy.
Yeah, right.
Hey, man, you know what's crazy?
I gotta have the motherfucker.
These the three originators of the Gangster Chronicles right here. The three originals.
Yeah.
I always get
Yeah.
niggas when niggas say, you can tell who a true fan is because they be checking people like, no, that wasn't the original Gangster Chronicles. The original Gangster Chronicles was Reggie James and Norm was on there.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true statement.
Yeah.
You know, our boy Alex did a good job when he filled in for you, but you was the original. Most people forget that. If you started
for
it
sure.
off.
Most people don't know. I'm the one that brought Alex in there.
Yeah, you the one passed the torch. Yeah.
I'm the one that told you to come in.
Right.
Yep. Your ass is trying to leave. James was about to quit. I had to talk him off the bridge one day. He said, "That nigga, did you know he moving to Atlanta?" I said, "Man, he gonna still be able to work from Atlanta."
Hey, if that nigga moved to Atlanta, I ain't finna put myself out there like that.
That's what he said. He said, "Man, that nigga." I said, "No, he ain't moving."
I'm glad I did, man. It wound up being one of the best decisions I ever made, man, for more than just one reason, for staying back at the crib, dog.
Yeah.
James, it'd have been a whole different thing. James would have been doing some whole other shit right now. Probably might have been doing what he's doing now. Who knows?
Probably wouldn't have slapped those niggas be bad mouthing him behind his back. He probably would be slapping on him or something. I was here there, Lionel. Lionel's the one to keep him from doing that.
Yeah, because I promised my moms when she was alive that I wouldn't trip on nothing, on Buntry, on none of that shit. And when my mama passed, I kept my promise and I said it's on. And through the grace of God, my wife came back and got me, and Reggie called. Reggie told me they want to do an interview. Want us to do a show. And I was like, what? All right, I'll talk to him. And then there we go. Here we are now.
And he always told me.
So yeah,
Norm always said, "I want to show James how to make legit money." He said, "I'm gonna bring James a bag one day." One thing I gotta say, he always left me out of that equation. He always said, "James."
Ain't nobody leave you out the equation, Reg. You know we ain't
He
got
always
nothing but
said
love.
James though.
You know we ain't got nothing but love for you, dog. And we about to get, we about to do some extra big shit, like some, you know what I mean?
Nah, it's all good, man.
Well, you know one thing I wanted to do.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me say this first.
All right.
Reggie was trying to get shit started, and how you be putting me out there and saying that like I turned on you and shit. I stayed down, and I thought I stayed down with you from day one when I took you to that prison. When I took you there, trying to school you on how to be in prison, making sure you got your money. And then Reggie said, "James, whoop the whoop whoop." Damn, why you do me like that? Why you speak on me? And you know how I've been all my life, Reg. Every time I feel like a motherfucker trying to get at me, I retaliate just like you do.
I thought I was your dog, and I think I still is. So, but and I know how Reggie like to get started.
Yeah.
I know Reggie like to. He said, I'm gonna pick with this motherfucker and I'm gonna get him on one. I'm not for the ratings bullshit. I'm not finna play that game with you. It ain't like motherfuckers ain't got my phone number. You can call me, you can say whatever the fuck you wanna say, and I'm coming. And I'll come. I don't need no crowd of motherfuckers. I'm gonna be there before you get there. You make it seem like I forgot about you. I ain't forgot about you. Long as you still getting a motherfucking check, you still get paid from this Gangster Chronicles. I thought my job was to keep this going until you came home and sit down. I'm trying to keep Gangster Chronicle where we at until you come home in September. I don't speak bad on you, and I don't come on here and say, well, we don't have a third wheel. We're looking for a third party. But if you just feel any kind of way toward me, dog, love you to death, but I will fight you, my nigga.
So, you know, everybody was like, James ain't your friend. James wouldn't this and that. So I said, why the fuck did I listen to these comments? I read the comments. So, I mean, just being 100 with it and then just bam, I'll never walk away from you. Never. Like when you
Hey, let me say this.
that.
Let me echo in right there. I hear you, and like I said, I had to even admit to knowing once before. I was listening to people, you know, behind the wall, and I was getting up third and fourth handed, and I responded and acted emotionally, and I apologize for that. And I want to apologize to you emotionally. I mean, you know, man to man, face to face about that.
Right.
And so, yeah.
And Norm, keep it 100. We said, okay, we're going to save this money. When Reggie come home, we're going to pick his ass up, and we're going to give him a bag. We're going to give him some money.
Norm did always tell me that.
Man, Reg, I'm going to tell you what the plan was, dog. The plan was when you came home for you to resume your chair, and we had it all planned. I said, man, we go put this money to the side for my nigga. We go pick him up, but you know his wife gonna want to spend some time with him or whatever like that. But we go pick him up, we go throw the money at his ass, and we go take him down the motherfucking roof, Chris, and get a big ass steak and some, you know what I'm saying, some other shit.
Man, let me tell you, the reason why I didn't really call or anything though, those niggas gave me 4 hours. 4 hours. They say, drive your ass straight to that halfway house, and you better be there by 1 o'clock.
You know what it is? Let me get this off real quick. If you notice though, Reg, me and James never said nothing about you. We never responded because I knew what it was, and I told James, I said, man, I already know what it is. Niggas is in his ear, probably just telling him any and everything, and he locked up, so he don't know. Then he called my phone is disconnected, and he don't know. I don't call. His wife is the second person I called and said, hey, if Reggie, my guy, try to get in touch with me, he got my new number. Don't give it to nobody else. Remember I changed my number, James? Oh, James done froze up.
Yeah, he done froze on us.
Yeah, we always had, man, it wasn't never. That's why even with the other dude, I ain't gonna say his name ever again, but even with the other guy, I never said nothing publicly bad about him because I know the truth. It's like, why would I sit up and respond to a bunch of lies and accusations? It's like, you know, with that situation, man, he kind of loved James. But then he was telling people that I wanted to be a star on the show. It's like, motherfucker, I invented the show. If I wanted to stay on there, I would have stayed on there from the beginning. But what happened was this. This COVID shit is happening. We don't know what the hell is going on. Everybody's scared. We don't know if the world about to end, you know? So me and James, we saying, okay, man, this other thing called Zoom. We can still keep working. Let's just keep doing what we've been doing, you know? So we call Buddy and tell him, hey man, we got Warren G coming on the show. He doesn't respond back. He just didn't respond back. Like he just didn't say nothing back. So James kept calling. That's James' partner. So James is steady calling the dude. He not picking up the phone. He not doing nothing, right?
Which is surprising me about James because he don't jockey nobody.
You know what I'm saying? So James just wanted to know what was going on. You know, this is at this point, this James, like, you know, he taking this stuff serious, right? So
James, check your camera too, brother. Your picture off screen.
Yeah, there you go.
A little bit more.
So he calls James, right? So James
You too, Norm.
Okay. So James keeps calling him, right? He keep calling him, and it's like he's not getting no answer. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit with you. You know, I called one time. I wasn't gonna keep calling. Because I'm like, because you know, I felt already. So I was like, okay, it's time to keep stuff cracking. So me and James, we kept it going all through the pandemic, man. You know, that one show turned to 2 shows, turned to 3 shows, turned to 4 shows, and we just kept going on and on and on and on. And then motherfuckers start calling. James, me and you went to a couple meetings, didn't we?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, people start calling. They was interested. You know, they was like, hey, man, your audio
Well,
numbers is doing. Go ahead, James.
What happened was Reggie put me in a situation because I can't quit now. And what I tell you before, when I dropped you off, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna make sure this motherfucker's still going until you come home.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a choice but to go 120 in it and then do it. So being at the spot in Beverly Hills and then having to do a show sitting, and I'm waiting on Alex to come, and then he didn't show. I said, fuck it, I'll do it by myself. I was scared as a motherfucker, but I did it. So I know I had to step my game up. So when you left, I was really motherfucking lost. You feel me? And then I had to suck it up. My wife had to tell me, you got it. What the fuck is you tripping off of? You know how to talk to people. And she really kept me going. So once we got it started and just kept doing it and kept going, I got more used to it. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to be all right till Reggie come home. And then Reggie went after me in jail. I'm like, oh my God, how do I react to this? So I figured, okay, if anybody, I got to respond to Reggie. This my dog, and I tell everybody this is my dog, regardless of the death row shit or how Suge tried to put shit in niggas' heads and shit because he was scared and didn't want to. I didn't want to work. I could cuss him out and get a check. I ain't had to do that shit. So, you know, it kind of like fucked me up. It didn't hurt my feelings. It kind of put me on my P's and Q's when everybody was saying B-Dash and them was like kind of mad that, you know, James ain't got Reggie back. And I'm like, wait a minute, my nigga in jail. My nigga is in jail. He had to go. He couldn't run and hide and then still do the show. So what the fuck do people think I'm supposed to be? What's my position? So I thought about just letting it go, walk away.
When we pick him up, we gonna be good. But I ain't no Hollywood motherfucker. I ain't left you behind. But what you want me to do, Reg? And I want you to really tell me what you want me to do. Because me personally, and I'm telling you, I can walk away from this. I can walk away from this. This don't make me, man. I'm still gonna be James motherfucking McDonald at the end of the goddamn day. Whether you make a comment bad on me or anybody else, I'm not tripping that. But just from it coming from you, that's the fucked up part about it. You supposed to be my brother.
But then I look at Lionel and I'm like, I can't give up. I gave Norm my motherfucking word as a man. I can't give up. I told Reggie I'm gonna be there. We gonna have this show when he come home. I can't give up. So everything pointed me to not giving up, dog. Everything. You know what I'm saying?
You did it. And you did it. Y'all did it.
And we still here. So
hey,
you know,
this is all I said. It never was about money with me, even though it came off like that. It was all about really. I felt when I didn't get the message about the phone number change and all of that, but it was hurting me when people like Marvin Kinsey, Jeannie Deal, and all of them were being able to attack me, and I have no say so.
And what infuriates me about Reggie Jr. is that me and him have a ongoing beef, which was not a beef, but one time my niece was over in y'all's neighborhood at a party, and she got into it with some of the girls over there. And Reggie came up, he drove up, and they told him so Miss Lake tell him like, my uncle will come over here. I'll call my uncle. He handcuffed my niece, set her on the ground, and one of the homegirls stabbed her with her handcuffs behind her back. When my mother called me and told me my niece was in the hospital, and she told me that Reggie let them stab her, I went on a hunt for Reg. His big Reg came to my mother, Marv. He didn't mean it, Marv. He didn't do this. Bro, you got to fade me. He ran for me for 2 years.
and I felt like I was calling and people weren't answering my call. And so
Now
that's
when
why I said,
Gene
well,
Deal,
you know, no walls talk to you in prison. I mean, I done had
yeah, I
arguments with my wife about that. You know, why you ain't answer the phone? I'm calling. You know, I only got to get to the phone a certain amount of time. And so that's when I was starting to respond and react.
But
Femalish.
but you
What's
know
the
what?
word?
You locked up, my nigga, and I knew that's what it was. I knew it because when I changed, I wasn't gonna change my phone number at first, right? Just because of that, because I had you and I had my cousin that called me, and I was like, I can't change this number. How am I gonna get it through? And you know that email shit in jail is funky.
Yeah, because that
right,
shit with Marvin Kinsley hurt me to the core. Because that's somebody that was like a street legend in our area. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
and I
Well,
and I
when
was
Gene
like, huh?
Deal,
The thing about that shit happened at James' house. And James didn't even remember that. That stuff happened outside his house at one of those street parties I used to always say, James used to give every Friday that he was talking about. And
yeah,
I never
but
knew that was Marvin Kinsley's relative.
even with Marv, when Marv got to saying whoop de whoop about Reggie, wait a minute, hold up, that's my dog.
I can only speak on Reggie Jr. Reggie Jr. He had some hands.
Okay, but
He grew up in the neighborhood, so I know what kind of dude he is.
Okay.
Being a police officer and then somebody handcuffed, I wasn't there, so I ain't gonna say. But I know Reggie real good, and I don't see him. Yeah, going to stab her.
No. I never said he allowed it to happen. I'm saying he allowed it to happen, and it was at night. He handcuffed her. He said she was fat mouthed and he just wanted to set her down. He set her on the curb. Now I was thinking logically, I don't think he meant to do it.
Right.
I'm not accusing him, but at the time on Sherm, bro, I didn't care.
Right.
You dig what I'm
So
saying?
Big Reggie couldn't get you and Lil Reg to sit down and talk?
No, he never did. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what should have happened.
You know, it should have. But and in my state of mind, I probably wasn't even trying to hit. I'm banging hard, homie.
Right.
Okay.
So we gonna keep
But
it
you
on
know,
the minute.
I don't get that third handed. They don't tell you
Wait a
that part
minute.
third handed.
No, all you got to do is look at the show.
Mhm.
Well, I
When
know
you
that
got
now.
okay, when Gene Deal got to saying whoop de whoop Reggie, hold up, that's my dog.
In Greg Kading's book, he said that Reggie Wright told him that Suge Knight bought Bungie an Impala, just like the one that was seen on the scene when Big got killed.
You mean Poochie?
Poochie. Sorry about that. Poochie. So now, if Suge is my man, like I said to you, there's no way I'm telling the police he bought anybody no car that looked like somebody who was wanted for a murder. That's the last thing I'm telling anybody.
And that's in the book?
That's in the book, brother.
I actually got the book. And I was reading it. I ain't got to that part yet. But
why would he throw his man him, Suge, and you, all y'all grew up together? Why would he throw his man under the bus like that?
I don't know. I ain't read it. But I'm not gonna downplay it either. I'm gonna read the book, and if that's in the book, that's something I'm gonna ask Reggie. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think everybody know how Reggie is. Everybody know how Reggie he likes the bullshit. He with it. Anybody that he feel that attacks him, he gonna attack back with vengeance. Mm-hmm. He's gonna come with vengeance, and he's gonna try to prove his point. Everybody know that's Reggie. I've been knowing Reggie from way back.
Right.
And like I told you,
I respect your loyalty to him. I respect your loyalty to him, and I respect what you're saying and everything like that. But you know, guys, I know from way in the back, I got the same loyalty to him and everything like that. That I know I'll die for. That I'll go to war with the whole 9 yards.
And I don't mind people having an opinion. I just want to be able to respond to them. You know me, I want to call them and say, "Nigga, you wrong." Just like if y'all look right now with QTD. It's a tape out that came out today. Well, I like to confront people. I don't like to run from nobody. I'm not no tough dude. I barely can move my limbs right now. But
well, you know what you should do, Reg? Reg, I think you should practice what you preach. The shit you told me, don't let these cats get to you. If them cats ain't coming at you,
I
you
told
know
you
what they
stop
gonna
reading the
say.
comments, huh?
Yes, don't even bite into that shit. But
Yeah.
follow your own advice.
Well, like I said, these were people that I respect that was emailing me because I only had 30 people on my that I could email on my list, and you know the people that made that 30, that round of 30 in my mind was straightforward. Were Reggie, you know, was Reggie people, Reggie Circle,
All
and
right. Let me ask you a question. Why the fuck you didn't write me back when I wrote you for Christmas? You didn't write me back. I said, okay, this nigga on something. I was mad
no,
as a motherfucker.
that must
But
have been a mistake.
I didn't go on Gangster Chronicles and this motherfucker didn't write
No,
me.
you
I
wouldn't
feel
answer my nigga John calls when he was trying to call you for Bomb First to do an interview.
I was talking to John like it was the thing to do. I told John, if you ever need me on your show, holler at me. But
Yeah,
you know how I am. I'm especially when this little nigga was having my phone the majority of the time, and then I'm doing the wife, I'm doing him, I'm doing all this other shit.
yeah,
So I wasn't getting his number. And you know,
got
if
you.
he wasn't programmed, I couldn't. I didn't know who was calling. So
Hey,
I had 1,000 goddamn motherfucking Facebook notifications. I had all kind of shit.
all
My
right.
email is
We're
big.
15 minutes into this. That's all we need to give to this. Let's talk about something with the people care about. Now
Well,
we done pissed
you
each
know what though?
Wait a
It
minute,
was a lot
hold
of
up,
people.
this motherfucker.
other.
Reggie, you fucking. Hey, that's what this like when we
Hey,
talk
nigga, this
shit.
ain't Gangster Chronicles. This is both sides of the fence by Reggie Wright Jr.
Hey, no, you goddamn right. And I'm on your show so I can talk shit to you because you might. And I'm gonna tell everybody on your motherfucking show, on Bomb First, on Gangster Chronicles, can't no nigga change the way I think or feel about you. If a nigga got something bad to say about Reggie, tell Reggie. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck how them niggas feel.
Well, I
You
don't
feel
defend you all the way. I won't defend you all the way to hell. Somebody say something about James, y'all tell me because I'm sure gonna respond to y'all. I'm
Oh, you
sure
ain't
gonna
got to
say
do
it.
that.
Well, I
I'm
am.
sorry.
And that goes for the niggas in the mob. That goes for Trayvon Lane. That goes for Timmy Rue. That goes for any of them. I'm gonna say something. I'm
Hey,
gonna set the record straight. That even go for
all
my
the
nigga Wack 100. And you know I like Wack. But when Wack got something to say, I be like, nigga, you wrong. You talking outside of your mouth. You don't even know that man. You ain't
well,
never met that man before in your life.
I talked to Wack on Bomb First. Wack 100 hit me back and hollered at me, and we was good. My little cousin was on his label. We was good. He come back with this shit. I don't give a fuck if you got an FG, a F9, or F5, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of them niggas over there that was paying and putting up money for the death of Haron Buncher and whoever. And there's some shit we don't speak on. But these niggas speaking on shit on my mama. The majority of the niggas running their mouth should have been dead right now. You feel me? But
Yeah.
ain't nobody talking about G and going through all that other bullshit. I ain't going through it. So all I'm saying is I'm here. I ain't ran from that nigga. If you feel that motherfucking way and I locked you up, don't go run to the next nigga. Come to me. Holler at me. One thing these
And I'll
niggas
tell y'all a
understand,
story. I don't
one
tell
thing
y'all
they
a story
know.
about this nigga. I don't tell y'all about this nigga Trey, what he did. I remember one of the last conversations I had with Buntry. Some niggas that came and confronted Buntry in his yard. Trey took and walked up to the gate at the house. Those niggas had Buntry cornered in his yard. Do you know what that nigga did? Turned around and walked down the street the other way. On everything. You know. So
And
those
then
stories,
he
man. We got
talking.
stories. I got a nigga named Baby New Yorker. I love to tell y'all that story. Love to tell y'all that story.
And he the main one. Every time I go through the hood and stop at Miss Stevenson, you know, is what's up, homie? What's up, man? I ain't your motherfucking homie. I ain't none of that. And my reason for not claiming I want to be from, my brother was killed by the homies, niggas that we rock and roll with. So why would I be a part of it? And I walked away from that for that reason only. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. When Buntry died, the night Buntry died, It was only out of 40 niggas, it was only 2 niggas that said, I'm rolling with you, Bob James. Everybody else ran to my mama. Come get James, come get James. You feel me? So I don't owe them niggas nothing. And if they feel like I owe them something, nigga, come get me, nigga. Tell me you're over here. I'm coming. I just went through the hood. When every time Trayvon opened his mouth, I go through the hood so I can see him. Guess they know from the last time they ran their motherfucking mouth. I go to the hood and I pull up and it's all high and niggas walking in front of the truck. Lift dog. All you old fucking half-ass reverends. I don't even want to talk like that, dog. But
Yeah, I know.
it's water under the bridge for me. And all I say is leave me the fuck alone. I'm doing me. But if you niggas feel the way you feel, then feel about it. Because
Hey, Norman, I told you
don't
I was
cut
gonna
me
bring Mob
out.
James back on this
Don't
show.
cut me
I
out.
said y'all ain't gonna get James over here.
I'm mad as a motherfucker. And if them and I swear to God, every day I think about just saying fuck these niggas and just do these niggas.
Ain't worth
Because
it.
I know this, and I'm saying it right now. I know these niggas is bitches. All these niggas is bitches. On my mama. So all these games they want to play, dog, I'm getting mad now. Let's talk
Don't
about
get
something.
mad, James. We gonna go on to something else.
That's Mob James. I told you I was gonna get him. I told you.
We gonna go into some positive shit, man. Hey, but
Okay.
one thing that I want to do, take this opportunity to do, Reggie, me and you've been talking, me and James been talking. These the three originators right here, dog. And I just looked at what we created. We created a whole nother genre because it ain't what niggas was doing before. Niggas was doing street gang shit, but they wasn't doing no podcasting. We the OGs, we the originators. So I
Exactly.
think that we need to get together once a week and just do us, just have these real conversations like this, and the originators.
I told you I'm with y'all. Whatever y'all need, I'm with
James,
y'all.
James, you've been saying you want to start working every day, dog. So this is some work we can do. Even if we got to come sit over your crib, my nigga, till you get back on your
Y'all
thing.
more
Get
than
to the
welcome
studio.
anytime.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
Me and James will be over there once a week. You with that, James?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We with that, and we get to do. We know a lot more now. When we talk off the air about the business and stuff. But man, it's something that the people want. You know what I mean? It's something that the people want. Something that I've been wanting. Because I ain't gonna lie, Regs. I go to my thing. I don't never say nothing. I got love for you.
Oh yeah. Everybody. I'll be honest. Everybody has. I got it in my emotions, and I'll tell you, the walls talk to you. And looking back on things, I was spontaneous, and I said things that I shouldn't have. And I
But
got to be man enough to admit that.
But you know what though, Reg? Me and you already talked about that off air, my nigga. I don't need that from you. We good. We Gucci.
Okay.
I knew what it was already. Them walls get to talking to you. I wasn't never mad at you, dog, because it was like I said, okay, my nigga locked up. And he probably think that, because man, when you got that one phone call and you call a nigga and his shit ain't answering, or you think a motherfucker just moving on without you, that should be a motherfucker. But
I had to be bigger than that. I'm over 50, so I'm supposed to be smarter than that.
But you know what, though, man? The thing is, I like to leave the past in the past, my nigga. The past was what it was, man. We move on. We all three here breathing by the grace of God. You got to think about it like this. Your ass was on your deathbed, dog. Niggas
But
was
let me
telling
say this. Let me say this. I always said about y'all, no matter what, James my brother. I always said that. Even when I was talking shit, I would say, James my brother, and Norm has always been good to us, and he's the creator of this shit. And so I got to give y'all that, no matter what.
we gonna keep it going, dog, and do some new shit, dog.
And like I said, we're not the Gangster Chronicles. I don't want people to think I'm trying to replace MC8 or something like that. But that ain't what y'all
will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangster